In today's breaking story, Fox News just left Donald Trump stunned with a brutal takedown. That's right, Donald Trump is such a disaster, even Fox News is turning against him. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Trump is once again pushing a bunch of nonsense about rampant crimes in certain areas. Now he's targeting D.C.
News that we've just received into our newsroom. So we're getting this information from multiple sources, both with Mayor Bowser and with MPD, telling us that as of 6 o'clock this evening, they strongly believe, sources both within the mayor's office and within Metro Police Department, that President Trump, come tomorrow, will deploy the National Guard along the streets of D.C. That is the information that is now coming into our newsroom about what is likely to happen tomorrow at that news conference. That, again, the president is expected to deploy the National Guard, the D.C. National Guard, in and around Washington. This, from what we're being told at this point, has never happened before and would mark a significant turn in events. But no doubt, the continuation of what has been several days of an escalation by the White House to officials in D.C. about complaints regarding crime, and even most recently, as we heard just a minute ago, about the homeless encampments that we've seen in and around the city as well.
And Trump is so out of hand, he's literally trying to steal the next election for the sake of Republicans.
Look at the map of Illinois. It's drawn in such a way that they can't even squeeze out another Republican. It's a joke.
What's your response to Governor Abbott?
Well, Governor Abbott is the joke. He's the one who is attempting this decade here at a time when, frankly, all of us are concerned about the future of democracy. He's literally helping whittle it away and licking the boots of his leader, Donald Trump. Here in Illinois, we followed the law. We provided a map and passed a map that follows the Voting Rights Act and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Illinois. He's attempting to thwart federal law and take away 5 seats that are in the hands of black, brown, minority congresspeople and the people that they represent. He's taking those votes away. He's violating the Constitution. And all of us need to stand up and speak out and make sure that it's understood across the country that what they're trying to do in Texas is illegal.
And now Fox News just left Trump stunned with a brutal takedown. That's right, take a look at today's top story.
Let's bring in Ted Williams. He, as you know, is a former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor. So you just heard the mayor say that collectively violent crime is down 61% in Washington over the last 2 years. What was it like when you were on the force investigating homicides, and how does that compare to the situation now, Ted?
Well, John, it was a different time when I was on the police force there, and crime at that time was certainly up. But I have to agree with the mayor here who said that crime is on a down level now in the district. Yes, there is crime, and there will always be crime. There are crimes in every major metropolitan city in this country. What really I found troubling, I got to tell you, as a lawyer, I found it troubling because I also practice law in the District of Columbia, is that the President of the United States would say that crime is out of control. I take exception to that. Crime is not out of control in the District of Columbia. Yes, you do have some juveniles here that are out of control, and those juveniles need to be addressed and arrested. And I think that even the Metropolitan Police Department is happy that the president has married up the federal agencies that help to try to combat crime in the District of Columbia.
Well, let me put up a graphic that shows some of the stats on juvenile crime in Washington, D.C., and you can elaborate on this a little bit. More than half of all carjacking arrests in D.C. involve juveniles. The number of juveniles arrested in D.C. has gone up each year since 2020, and police arrested more than 2,000 juveniles in 2023 and 2024. It seems like if you can get these kids to stop committing crimes, Ted, you're going to be way ahead of the game.
You would be, but in any major metropolitan city, you're going to have, unfortunately, juveniles committing crimes. You're right. Hijackings in the District of Columbia are up. What we found, though, and what seemed to have precipitated the president actually wanting to get involved in having a press conference tomorrow, is that there was a federal staffer there was an attempted hijacking of that federal staffer who goes by the initials BB. And as a result of that happening, Trump now wants to come in and change everything in the district. And I would like to ask Mr. Trump, where were you last month when a 3-year-old child, Honesty Cheadle, was shot and killed as the result of crime in the District of Columbia? I didn't hear Mr. Trump speaking out then, and so I want Mr. Trump to do something for the district. Continue to have the federal officers partner with the district officers to try to bring down crime, but don't use this as a pretext to actually eradicate home rule, and that seemed to be what Mr. Trump is interested in.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.